Today we're going to be taking a look at a really cool watch from Vario watches that's a great alternative to the JLC Reverse. It's also a much more affordable alternative, coming in at well under 500 USD. The watch is the Vario Verso, which is a dual time display watch, giving you two looks in one watch. So let's get to it and take a look at the Verso. All right, now this watch is on loan from Vario Watches and is on a tour to a few different channels that are good friends of mine. Scott from Watches Galore has had this before me, and now it's going to be off to California to Aaron Dunlap and Chris Marshall afterwards. If you haven't yet, definitely give them a follow. So to the watch. The watch is currently available in two options. There were three other versions of the watch as well, but they've since been sold out. How the watch works is if you push on either side, top or bottom of the inner case, you can see that it flips over to reveal the second dial. The case design is actually patent pending, and I gotta say, it is a lot of fun to have the two dial options. Other than having two looks, it serves as a great travel watch too if you're needing to track two time zones. The enamel white dial is the cleaner dial layout of the two. We've got Vario printed up near the 12 in black, then a printed minute track with larger diamond-shaped markers at the 3, 6, 9, and 12. Very nice blued handset as well. I like the look, but the black side is my favorite of the two. Another classic look again with the sector style dial. The only text on the dial, same as the white, is Vario. On the outer section of the dial is the hour markers, then the inner minute track. Both the black and white dials are a nice look for the watch, and it's so fun just flipping between the two. As far as the feel goes, it's a well-constructed watch. On the sides of the inner case, we have small spring-loaded bearings that snap the inner case in place when you rotate to the second dial. It feels good in hand to use. It's actually very satisfying feeling, and you'll probably find yourself switching more frequently between the dials because of that. You can see the inner case has three sections and is held together by four screws on the corners of the black dial side, which you'd use to swap the batteries in the watch. Running the watch is two Ronda SlimTech 1062 1-joule movements. They thankfully have a 6-year battery life, so you won't have to take it apart for quite a while. The crowns are surprisingly easy to use. You can actually easily adjust the time with the watch on wrist. You just pop the crown with your fingernail and roll your thumb across the crown to set the time. The strap that comes with the watch is a vegetable tanned Italian leather, and it comes on a deployant clasp. It's a decent quality clasp and the leather is great, but this only fits up to a 7.5-inch wrist. It's even short on my 7.25-inch wrist, but if you have a larger wrist, they do have an alternative strap that's a bit longer, so make sure to let them know when you order. The case is brushed on the sides and polished on the top with rounded edges. It's a slab-sided case and has a screw on either side where the watch pivots. Size on the watch comes in at a case width of 25.6 millimeters. Lug to lug is 39 millimeters. Lug opening is 20 millimeters, and the thickness is 11.9 millimeters. So it is a little on the chunky side height-wise, which is a common complaint I've seen with this watch. A little slimmer would be nice, but it's not all that bad on wrist. The crystals are sapphire with an anti-reflective coating, and the water resistance is 50 meters. And here it is on my 7.25-inch wrist, and I've really enjoyed my time with it. I'm not usually all that into dressier watches, but this is just cool, and even with the thickness of it, it wears totally fine for me. If you're looking for something along the lines of a Reverso on a budget, this could be the one for you. Cost is $428 USD, and I'll leave a link below to where you can find these. Thanks for taking a few minutes to stop by, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.